So apart from the different concepts that are relevant to social issues, which are kind of these, or these are examples of those social issues, uh, also there are different social dimensions, because this is something really interesting about the integrated reporting. It is that when we think about social issues, we mostly think about our employees, but that is only one part of what really matters to the organization. So of course, employees are important, but apart from that, we also have to consider social issues with customers, with suppliers, with business partners, with communities and others. And not only at the store level, like maybe if you're thinking about store and you're thinking about how you treat employees in your store, but also at different levels, even from the holding to subsidiaries to even your funding or financing source, your bank or whatever, you have to be coherent on treating everyone at the same level, right? Like it doesn't mean like you only have to treat people right in the store, but then when you go to a bank, it's different. Like you only have white people taking care of your finance, or you only have men taking care of your finance. I think that's something that that is not that is not optimal, right? So we need to be careful on that. So I think that here you have to be very smart on how do you report an issue, because don't focus only on employees. I think that's something that some organizations are doing incorrectly. Like they report all of this on employees. Like they say, oh yes, we have different genders, we have different cultures, we have different religion, but at employees, okay, that's fine. But what are you doing about your customers? Like, are you increasing awareness on a social issue to your customers? That's something interesting. What about your suppliers? Um, are you also considering social issues when choosing the right supplier, when you are evaluating your supplier? That's very interesting, right? Business partner is the same, communities is the same. I will give you an example by the end of how it works. And and here is a very important thing, what to reveal, right? So what should I reveal about these things and in these dimensions? So what should we reveal? So it has at least two important things. So the first is about internal issues, which maybe are more related to employees. So it talks a lot about what are you doing correctly in terms of social issues with your employees or with internal staff in the organization. So that's the first thing that you should talk about. And the other thing is about what are you doing outside. So it's not only your employees, but also other people around, like maybe business partners or even communities. That I think that's something important in here. And I think something that you should take with you from this lecture is that and this is something that I don't see in practice, that you should talk about positive and negative stuff, like not only positive things, because when I read an integrated report, most of the stuff is positive. So in order to make it better, or in order to make it more realistic, or in order to make it more valuable, you have to talk about also negative stuff. So we should be really careful about this. So talk about what are you doing right inside of the organization, like maybe employees, customers, suppliers, that's more internal. And tell me also what are you doing wrong at some point, or what did you do wrong, but now you're doing right. I think that's interesting. And also in terms of outside of organization, business partners, communities, other things, outside of organization, what are you doing right, what are you doing wrong, what did you do wrong but now you're doing right. Okay, so I think I will stop this video in here and I will continue with a new